Previously on Test C Teams.
I asked him, I mean, did you look in the box at any time? Did you mess with this?
Absolutely not.
I cast Zone of Truth.
Nice.
And I asked him again.
Yes. And until last night, I had it.
Where'd you camp last night?
He's like, I can show you. Bright flashes of light in the darkness.
Oh.
There is, as you see that, there is a moonlight glint off of what looks like a beetle's mandible that swings out from behind a tree.
Oh, shit.
This pincer comes in
Sure.
and closes itself around your foreleg to the bone.
Ouchie.
The base of this tree is perfectly synchronized in space with a wide stone road.
As Rosie, so it drops me. In the time it takes for Rosie to land, I nose between her legs.
Yay!
And
Just flip her up
onto my body.
Yes.
And
and just gun it.
And I just book it. I book it
Do it.
into this.
Do it.
Into this portal.
into the magic hole. The key is
where's the key?
is flapping madly, and you can see the key disappear into what looks like you recognize it as weary travelers instantly as an inn.
Time is the enemy, the past, it threatens the fastest weapon. You wouldn't make it past a second, and that's the question. Play it brash and reckless, or choose a cautious solution you thought was prudent. In any sepulcher, pulchritude will become the putrid. It's that wealth that I'm pursuing. No mountain too steep or dungeon too deep to send expendable remarks up to the top of the peak or beneath. They see you bleed, they come like sharks to it, while I swim in that money bin like Carl Barks drew it. So send your national parks druid, I'll send him home in a natural box with a closed top and most of the parts included. Save your breath for a cleric confessor. Death is a lesson and life is a tenured professor. But if you're seeking my official advice, sign on the dotted line and initial it twice.
Hello, I am Tycho Brahe of Interrogating and PAX.
Gonna say, no jokes?
I was just gonna say, I was like, oh, I guess we can just start the show this time, but no, I was wrong.
How indecorous.
Now, hello. I am. Shit. Now it's all fucked up. Hello. I'm Tycho Brahe of Interrogating and
Get your
PAX.
fucking shit together.
I'm also a Manifest Herwadron, CEO of Acquisitions.
This is the last episode.
Hey.
They don't know this, but this is the last episode, and you're fucking it up.
We got canceled.
Yeah.
I'm your internet friend, Jeffrey K. Horker.
Let's just start again. Josh, can you rerun the intro?
But this time, energy.
We're not live. We're not live, right?
We're not live, right? Come on.
Let the man talk.
For our last episode, we've got to bring it, guys.
People are gonna believe you.
Bring it. You got to bring it.
You gotta bring it, Jerry. Bring it.
Jerry, can you bring it?
I'll try.
Okay. All right, start again. From the top.
Let's try to find it. Hello. I'm Tycho Brahe of Interrogating and PAX. I'm also a Manifest Herwadron, CEO of Acquisitions Incorporated. But today, I'm your internet friend, Jeffrey K. Horcrims. And I'm here to run a game of Dungeons & Dragons for my friends. To my right, Dragonborn Narcissist, Denarbot Sen.
Hey.
Yinheen.
Just one.
Yinheen. A single one. To the right of my right, repping the natural world, Walnut Dawn Grass Kakra!
Double.
We do like a little flourish.
Oh.
Wow. Learning new things as the
Wow.
seasons go on.
To my left, not your grandma's grandma, except in those rare cases, where she is your grandma's grandma, Rosie Beestinger.
It's just cheese this time.
What?
It's just cheese. It's just cheese. No, it's like Parmesan.
Kind of. Okay.
Oh no, it's aged and hard. Does that make it any better?
Yes, it is.
To the left of my left, emerging, as though from a mist shroud, Cthulhu.
What's all this cheese doing here?
Yeah. Rub it.
Oh, it's
a bite.
really opening up the aroma.
That flip smell.
I warm it.
It's a valid way to interact with cheese. That's the takeaway. Now, when last we saw our heroes, can anyone indicate to me where we were or what was happening?
We find an inn.
We had come to a cube, unlike any other cube.
Yes.
A cube.
In this cube
It was the time cube.
was a city on each side.
Yeah.
That's six cities.
Yeah, it's an Inception type thing where it was folded up.
Are they folded? Are the towns on the insides or on the outsides of the cube?
I thought it was inside. But
Inside.
maybe I misinterpreted.
Nothing would bring me more pleasure than to establish some of the finer details
Town is called Haven.
of the codex. Yes, now that much is true. The town of Haven, a gate town, for lack of a better term, on the way in.
Gate.
The gate town on the way in to the great gear, the core of the lawful plane of Mechanus.
Marcus Phoenix.
No, that's a totally different IP.
Still a great gear, though. You got to give me that.
Never
Okay.
forget him.
As top 5 gear.
Top 5 gear.
Inside, essentially, this is like an interstitial point on this strange suspended trail that moves from a broadly defined elsewhere into the thoroughly, rigorously defined, perhaps the most defined point in the multiverse. There is the town of Haven. Haven is, in fact, as we established, and of course, if you've seen the History Channel documentary, you know perfectly well that Haven is, in fact, a cube. Externally, it is as though, as I described it before, imagine that you have secured the surfaces of a Imagine that you have secured the surfaces from a planar contractor. And you have asked them to build a defensive wall around your town. And they continue to do so until walls have been built in a solid cube.
You got to be careful how many walls you get built.
Exactly. And at the end of the day, it's budgetary, right? It's overruns, is what it is.
How many words do you think you just said? Probably like
God, I was thinking the same thing.
200? I still have no idea what this thing looks like.
What's wrong with y'all?
It's
I'm
a
there.
cube.
Okay, got it.
That's all you had to say.
That's all you had to say. Why couldn't you have just said cube?
We're the hot but dumb side.
We're the hot but smart side.
I don't know where I fit in this cosmology.
HMU.
But you have indeed passed through the gate into the gate town of Haven. Inside the cube, you with me? Are you on board?
A cube isn't solid. There's nothing in there.
Are you hitched up?
Yeah.
It's the platonic solid.
It's just one cube.
it's cube all the way through.
See?
Get that cross section.
How many holes are in a straw?
2.
That's one big hole, one long hole.
That's a donut.
No. Yeah, what is a donut but a long...
straw is an
a short
extruded
straw.
toy.
This is hell on earth. Is what it is. This
When you
is
pull
what
the
it is.
short
To,
straw,
So wait,
you
is
pull
this a
donut.
straw?
this is what it is to die and continue living.
The true worst fate.
So
Look, let's just live moss.
it's inside the cube. You can find. Picture a scenario, if you will.
I'm doing it.
Oh,
where
God.
A town has been spread out. It has grown more or less naturally. Now, imagine that someone says, no. We want the same town, but we want this town to exist in a much smaller overall footprint.
Okay.
And now imagine that it has been folded up into a cube,
Okay.
Like
for lack of a
It's like
better
a
term.
synecdoche. It's like New York in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
It's like a miniature version of New York in Las Vegas. And then within New York, there's
Miniature.
there's a miniature United States that has a miniature Las Vegas that has its own little miniature New York, and inside that, it's like that, right? But a cube?
Yes. Yeah,
I can't tell if he's serious.
Ryan's got it.
I can't either.
We're gonna
Never have.
We're gonna support him in this. And we got it back. But that is it. And in fact, as we have already established, there is you have very, very recently seen a tiny glittering thing sail upward through the central volume of this cube.
Yes.
And enter what appears to be, it's not super far away, but from here it could be a real town or a very nice diorama that simply includes a inn.
We find an inn.
Yeah, that's what we said. That's
Yeah.
what we said.
Now,
Yeah.
Well, Jerry just said it more.
Yeah. Moss.
Yeah. Moss.
You gotta live Moss.
Fourth description.
you can fly. You can fly. Because I let you.
Okay.
If you wanted to. And then who's the other guy that you have with us? The
Little jerky guy.
Yeah, the
Jerk.
courier
Dar.
who messed up.
Dar,
Panic.
but I call him Little Jerk.
Sure. That's his new name.
Yeah.
And then you are...
And then we also have the boss.
Walnut is Wolf.
But I can
Rosie.
turn into something else.
I read.
Yeah.
Current.
And that key's going up.
Going nowhere but up.
Well, we can get up there.
Well, how does
How does Rosie get up there? Oh, you could show
how does
us
gravity
up there.
work? Once you get in the middle of the
can
cube, do you
I don't know.
orient?
I don't know.
Find out. Find out, boys. You go find out, and then we'll get up there.
Yeah, you let us know. Shout down from upstairs.
Okay.
Get that key. We have to find that key and bring him along. And he will be the test dummy.
What's the sci-fi thing like? One of you two will know.
Game of Thrones.
Yep.
Gravity.
Yeah. There we go. You know
Sorry,
gravity?
sorry,
Heard of this?
George Clooney.
Oh,
Heard of this? It's a theory.
movies.
Not proven.
Event Horizon.
No.
math.
Those
Crunchwrap Supreme.
tubes, and you can eliminate it, and it's like the big circular thing, and then it would be in a rotation.
Rendezvous with Rommel.
It's like a something tube. Anyway,
Hard science.
it's like that, but
Jeffrey's too.
yeah.
It's basically a tube.
So are you going to fly up there or what?
I'm
You
there.
got Wolf and Rosie waiting down to hear news from the ground.
We're trying to get up there.
Dinar.
I am following this key. I'm trying to speed up. So it's entered the inn. Follow,
Has it entered
Absolutely.
the end?
follow me to
Indeed.
the inn. Are you there?
There's the key.
The key is going up to there.
Well, you go up too. We can't fly. I yell from atop a wolf.
No,
He can fly, but he's not.
I am flying.
Oh, okay. Come
We're
on.
going after the key. Yeah, we're chasing the key.
Now
on
that
the
that's
ground.
sorted, what do we see in this inn?
I'm just,
You can fly.
I was going to say, I'm just out of solidarity just with you.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it.
She's old.
How far off the ground is this cube hovering?
There's no hovering inside.
Yeah.
Well,
Hold on, guys.
but
Check this out.
outside.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so like if you have a city, like this is if you unfold a paper cube,
Yes.
you get this,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
We all know.
Then so here's all the city all over.
Yeah.
Then they just fold in a cube.
I understand.
So
we
now
wanna know how
this is
tall
the
the
inn is
roof
on this
is.
face.
Yeah.
It has to be like at least like 1,000 feet.
Is it not hovering?
In
In
itself?
my head,
No.
the whole cube.
No. The cube itself is just situated along this
Got
road.
it.
Yeah, we just
okay.
came in.
Okay.
There was a door.
I'm just curious how gravity works as we get closer to that other plane.
You know what?
Why are you being cautious?
I'm flying up.
This is Dindy. Do whatever you want.
I bet if you walk up to the other plane, you could just walk up it.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's try it.
I suspect. Otherwise,
Okay.
Yeah.
but then how do they mitigate the
see.
gradient of gravity between the two planes? I don't know.
Let's find out. All right. I run towards one of the walls with Rosie on me, but I'm very upset because she said "yeah" to me. When I get to the wall, can I step up it?
It actually feels, the closer you get to the wall, the more correct the other face feels.
Oh. Okay, so I just jump on it.
Some part of your consciousness, and this is similar to what, I mean, are you also flying up?
I'm flying up to
Yeah.
follow the key direct.
Your stomach tells you where the ground is. After the midpoint between these two faces, your stomach tells you exactly where the ground is.
Where is it?
On the other side.
Oh.
And you are now hurtling toward it head first.
The fluids in my ear are all sloshing around.
That's right. So you can make a jump. A jump is essentially a bite that you do
Yes.
with your feet. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I've always thought of it like that.
long story short. I mean, most people do.
That's why wolves are so good at walking.
Yeah, they're known for their walking.
Essentially. Yeah.
Okay, so my goal.
You can navigate it.
You can do stuff with them, but my goal is to get up this side of the wall and then get to the one that they're flying to.
Take the long way.
Yeah, she's taking the long way.
That's fine.
Thank you.
Tristan just passed me a note, said for Kate's eyes only. I opened it and it said, "Is a Pop-Tart a kill zone?"
So you guys don't even care about this.
I do. I just
Pop-Tarts
I
are
just
ravioli.
Went up a wall.
We flew. We bothered.
Cereal is soup.
So mad. All right.
I'm sorry.
It is great for table talk, and we'll save it.
Okay.
That was an in-world question.
It's a city.
Yes.
Do we see residents of said city? Are there people? So there's people on every surface?
Yeah.
Just milling about, doing their normal, going to the baker and
So once we get to
cobbler.
whatever the front of the inn is and the pathway in front of it, we have to invert.
Yeah.
Because at a certain point, it just feels like we're flying straight down.
Exactly right.
Okay.
And but the fly spell allows you to navigate this sort of thing with ease.
You're still flying.
Yeah.
Into this inn.
You can determine which way your feet go with the use of this powerful magic.
So if you were to be directly in the middle of this cube, would you feel like you're being pulled in all 6 directions?
Never go to the center of the cube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that.
Or at any rate, do not remain there long.
It's probably just like 1 pixel. You're too big to actually be able to feel all 6
yeah.
forces.
That 1 pixel rips right out of you.
Just blast
Gets
it.
gone.
Does the key run this inn? Is it the
Yeah.
proprietor?
Yeah, you can see a
Gotta get
sign
back.
outside. Late for its shift.
It's on lag.
It's the apron.
It's a little bellboy outfit.
It uses a smaller key to get into the door.
Oh, that's somehow weird.
Yeah, it's strange, honestly. And you,
It's like Mr. Peanuts selling me peanuts. Being like, these are your brethren, you,
It's like-
you sick freak.
you're complicit in this.
Yeah.
Caste system.
It is, yeah.
Cast in the middle. All right, I like it.
I
I want you to know that I was there.
Thank you.
Cathris,
Yes.
you see, as you've sailed up, reoriented yourself, your feet have now touched, and now you are entering the inn.
Yes.
On the other side, obviously there is you pass through a cloud of
May I
smoke essentially between the two.
may I recommend I still go through the cloud, but may I recommend that everybody else who flies does that. Flip over so they can be oriented correctly. Because this is going to assume a universal constant down. And so I assume that everything's
Oh, you
on
mean
the
like
ceiling.
you mean like on the cosmic sense?
Yes.
That's funny. The one true down. There's 6 sides, 6 towns, and they're all like, we're the true downs.
Right.
So you're going to attempt to walk on your hands?
No, I
or something?
continue to fly upside down as though I'm levitating through this inn where they've built everything on the ceiling of this cube.
Incredible. I love it.
Even though all the patrons are seated and
I'm sorry, but
does it work?
retroactively,
Doesn't work.
no. Retroactively, we have to make it the case. It has to be like a butter battle book type situation, right? We have to, or like a Starbelly Sneech type thing.
Oh, sure.
Each of these faces has to think that they're the real down.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's
So
just
you're throwing real havoc into their social construct because you're on this surface,
you're from that face.
but you're from that face?
Oh, what a
Get out of here, you! How dare you?
That would be illegal. Flying upside down?
It's like wearing a Patriots jersey into a
Yeah.
bar full. It's like, oh, look at you.
Oh, yeah.
You came looking for trouble?
it is disgusting, obviously, what you're engaging in. By the same token, it does offer you a deeply robust point of observation.
Chandeliers all down there, or
Yeah,
all the flame.
yeah. But you can gaze thoroughly upon the interior portions of this inn, and surprised to learn that there are inn conventions that are retained even under these contexts. But I mean, here, this close to Mechanus, you would, of course, you expect to see the occasional Modron, and you do. But the population of this town is actually much broader than just what you might consider the the denizens to leverage a monster manual term of this plane of law.
Just all types?
Absolutely. The gate town, it must be something like, maybe it's, in a cosmic sense, maybe it's something like the Hofbrauhaus in Munich. Maybe it constitutes, maybe this is where tourists to Mechanist go.
Yeah.
It's a tourist trap for the multiverse.
You don't want to go into Mechanist proper. This is enough. This is enough.
Yeah. This. It's like the Disneyland version of Mechanist.
Go off resort. Are you crazy? That's for.
No, they got a Margaritaville in here.
Yeah,
That's
this
all I
is
want.
fine. It's all inclusive. Why would I leave?
They have it all, but there is a broad clientele, as I've suggested. There is games of chance being played, and you can sort of see an individual at the head of the table, coins amassed there, a steadily dwindling pile of them, but they're garbed in raiment that definitely indicates their place of primacy at the table, the house representative, if you will. And you can see that after a loss, they have pushed a substantial portion of their coinage in. And then as someone rakes those winnings toward themselves, this person takes off the coat and the hat that indicates that they are the house and gives them to the person who is now the money leader.
They are the house.
Apparently.
So everybody gets a chance to win.
How
What a delightful.
democratic. Do we see the key?
You do see the key.
Is he gambling?
Yeah, he's got a problem.
It's
Bug.
just a-
He's got the bug. He's got the bug. On the second floor, there is a single table with a single candle on it, and the table has everything about this table seems to represent the Tchotchke version of law. So it's as though it's cut from a spindle of some kind, but someone has taken an effort to cut the sawtooth gears into the topmost ring to give it that exotic Mechanist flair.
When I was in Italy, I went to a diner that was America themed. Is that like this?
Yes.
This is a diner that's just Mechanist themed. Nice. Okay.
If you want a great time, go to. I hope it's still there. There was a restaurant in the I district called Fort St. George.
Oh.
That is an American food restaurant by way of Japan,
Excellent.
and it's a hoot.
Oh yes. Okay.
Fort St. George.
I go there.
Yeah,
I go there.
I go there instead.
There instead.
The key itself is has situated itself on this table, and seated alone at the table, their leg crossed over the other leg, draped in what looks to be a durable blue fabric with gold stitching.
Durable.
Write that down.
Tall gray hair with no particular opinion about how gravity should operate on it. Is sort of, his head is down very close to the key. And they appear to be engaging in some kind of conversation.
Rick Sanchez?
Yeah.
We approach.
No, I'm gonna stop you.
Okay.
Because I tried to grab the key and it ran away one time, but I got jerky, and he was able to call it over.
Oh yeah.
So I kind of hold us back, and then I get in his face all intimidating like, and I'm like, you go first, and you get the key. I said, give me the box. He's holding the box. I said, you go over and you get that key. And if you don't get that key, me and my friend are gonna beat the shit out of you.
Whoa!
And then I push him. Me and my upside down friend I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. I haven't liked you the second I saw you.
I spin over, just long enough to go.
But you like doing it at his shins?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your just feet are up by his
I have
head.
to get it oriented so he can see it.
They handle the bottom, I handle the top.
Yeah, exactly. It's just between the two of them, though. It's like
Say, me and legs here. Me and legs are gonna fuck you up.
I make the feet go like, yeah.
And then I kind of make him go first. And then we're within arm's length.
Yeah, let's
so he doesn't
ascend
get weird.
the stairs with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so you scoot him forward.
Mm-hmm.
There's a few quick steps just by virtue of your encouragement. But you can tell that it's one thing, he's familiar with Waterdeep, let's say, and so he has a template for certain kinds of travel. But it isn't long before he needs the assistance of the banister that separates the upper level from the lower level. But he does his level best to try to make it seem cool. So the hand is on there, and he is clearly in desperate need of it.
Yeah.
Just a moment. I grab his shoulder and I say,
Then he's vibrating physically. So as soon as you grab the shoulder, you,
So wait, how do you grab his shoulder? Do you like float up?
I grab his ankle.
Okay, yeah.
Then I float up so our face.
You like
faces
climb
me.
up him, yeah.
Like a
ladder.
spacewalk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's like this, and you're like
I
this.
say, yeah, exactly. I say, do you know that the one that the key is in front of right now at that table?
I guess I would have to go back thing by thing and really try to figure out which things I do know and which things, maybe can't be known or,
We all have this problem. I don't see how you are unique.
He's always double talking. Can I? Yeah, do it again, right?
he's like, I don't know. He's like, I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. I deliver things.
Not really. Not in our experience.
Is that person a human that we see?
That's a marvelous. So you have entered the inn
Yeah.
through the front door. You want to give me the perception roll?
I do. In fact,
Advantage?
I have because I am wild shaped,
Oh yeah, you get that double sniff.
I get that double sniff.
Double sniff.
Well,
Shit. 19.
That is a 28.
Woof, as they say. Oh,
Oh, which you gonna take?
Lucky one?
You know what?
The 19 or the
Want to
1?
re-roll it?
yeah, re-roll it. Maybe somebody will
No,
get a
we're good.
goodie.
Okay.
No. Those are my rolls. I'm gonna take the 28. What do you think?
28 is quite good. This is not. There's no meat of any. This is not a body.
Oh.
That much is clear, and already even through your pause, you can feel a very, very steady drum beat, like with clock-like regularity.
Okay.
The whole place seems suffused with it. They're just used to it, you guess. But everything about this place, it has a regularity. When drinks are served, even as people tip them back, there seems to be some kind of regulatory body that puts this together. Every event seems to line up with this. And the smell is like, gosh, it's cinnamon and oil,
Okay.
almost like a tincture oil.
Yep.
And there is at 28. Oh yeah, this is perfect.
Is it?
All the movement, yes, all the movements at the joints are incredibly smooth and precise and considered. And the eyes, every few seconds, have something like a golden flash.
Okay.
Weird.
So at this point, I would shapeshift out of wild shape. And Rosie, I guess, is on my shoulders.
Yeah.
in the backpack now.
Just right on there. It's just right on there. It's the
Your
Yoda
backpack?
situation.
Okay, great.
Nice.
And I whisper to you because you're the only person that's really close, and I just say, everything is working to a rhythm. And I say nothing is moving naturally.
Do I notice this?
To tell me about how Rosie is taking all of this in. Rosie is a calculating mind for sure.
Yeah, and with Walnut calling it out,
Yeah.
I was thinking like if given.
So what skill do you want to use to try to digest this?
Ooh, I don't have anything great. Maybe okay. See how you like this.
You know that I'm down to clown.
Yeah. If I feel like they're being deceitful,
Yes.
would deception be able to detecting deception with that deception roll? I know that's usually insight.
There's an,
Yes. Yeah.
there's an artifice about it.
That's usually the. I would say that would be what you're trying to do there. Sounds like an insight roll to me.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna get better than a +2, but I will take advantage.
Yeah.
Good thing. All right, that's a 15.
Yeah. You don't think that there's any force. You don't feel like they're being compelled by some kind of a force. It seems more like they're all engaged in a complex. It's almost like social dancing. You think these are just the rules?
Okay.
You think they're the rules?
So Rosie's history with this would be like remember when we invented the language of the cups? Like
Oh yeah, that
way
was
you would
baller.
sip and
For
then
sure. Yeah, that was at
your-
that was with Sluntine the Crowlet.
Right. So I think that would be her first. Once she notices that there's a pattern, now that Walnut
no,
has called
and
it out.
you're like, you have one of these too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right.
So now I'm like trying to decode whether there's a language being spoken here.
That's incredible. I love that. So how do you want to try to decode the language? You want to try to make this into something you understand?
Yeah. I guess that would be a perception roll or investigation roll.
Ooh, investigation is.
I don't have good investigation. but
Hot.
I'll do it. I'll take another advantage. Why not? Okay. Okay. 14.
14. So you think it's just going to take you longer? I mean, Rosie has always been Rosie has been thoroughly enriched by her capacity to observe social space and ultimately master it. It's just going to take you longer to do. The first step, you think, is a monastic, a piece of monastic training. You think that the first thing you need to do is get your heart in sync with this.
Ooh, cool.
So you think that once you have that key, it's going to be everything else will be hung as though from a mobile from that basic timeline.
Okay. Do you need me to do a check on that, or?
No, it's just that if you'd get it right away if it hadn't done. As it stands, it's something we'll have to come back to.
Okay.
It's going to take you a second to figure it out.
Cool.
So yeah, cinnamon oil, precise motions, immaculate garb,
Yeah.
crazy hair,
Yeah.
up to a point. It's like a meringue.
You didn't tell me what this person, if they're human or not.
They are definitely not.
Right, I know they're not because there's no meat.
No.
Like, what do they look like?
They look like an exquisite masterwork facsimile of a person.
Great. Perfect. So I would take a few steps up the banister and try and catch up with these two while they're threatening jerky.
Yeah.
And
Burn in extra calories because you have me on your.
Yeah, exactly.
sweet.
No,
Walnut looks
you're gonna hit your goals.
Yeah.
You look down.
Nice.
Walnut hit her step meter. She just stops moving. I'm done for the day.
Yeah, get back to me tomorrow.
I've earned some cheesecake.
Some cheesecake. Sit down and eat some cheesecake. No. And I would catch up to Cthulhu and say, because saying anything to Dinar, I feel like he would announce it very loudly.
I think you've gotten to know Dinar pretty well.
Yeah. And I whisper to Cthulhu, I say, that man up there is not flesh and blood.
Interesting. Is he a sort of a... Did you notice if he had any keyholes on him?
I did not.
That's personal.
I did not, but he is definitely a machine of some kind. A cinnamon machine. I know that doesn't make a lot of sense.
It's like a good wrestler name.
Cinnamon machine.
The cinnamon machine.
He hasn't really noticed the key either. I mean, he's not... Oh, no, he's
like-
very close. Like, he's looking...
talking to
No,
it,
he
I
is.
thought.
They're engaged. He and the key are engaged in
Angry, violent, accusatory. No.
political
Yeah.
No. No, they're engaged in. They're engaged in
Matrimony.
Yeah, exactly. They're gonna bone down.
Whoa.
Happy Valentine's.
I'll be happy to officiate.
Yeah, exactly. You said, well, if any services are required. No,
Manifest bouquet.
no, but the eyebrows. His eyebrows lift. I say his, but just in terms of stereotypes, he conforms to certain
It
particulars.
looks like eyebrows.
Exactly.
It looks like
There's a lot of eyebrow, and he has leaned down close, and the eyebrows seem to be doing a lot of the conversation.
Is his mouth moving?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. But he's just deeply engaged with it. And there's no sign of malice, if anything. There is tender concern.
A friendly key. This key has its fingers in a lot of pies.
Yeah. Crime lord.
Whatever the condition of our, what's his name? Dan?
Darbanic.
Dar. Call him Jerky.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, even if I name them, they become jerky or
Yeah.
I write them down. And I
Ding
respect
dong.
them.
I appreciate it.
However
goof nut.
fast Dar is moving, I now delicately proceed inverted faster, and I approach the table at head height, even though that puts me pretty close to the ceiling.
Yeah.
Until this fellow notices,
Okay.
if he notices,
He,
because I want to hear what it, a
he
little
makes
bit of it.
Oh, exactly. Here, so do you want to grab a
Oh, sure.
perception roll? I mean, do you want to try to hear a little bit of this already?
Yeah, let's say before I come all the way in. Let me see if I can get any piece of it. Let's.
Lovely.
tasty.
Oh, so yeah. So with that, it's 22.
That's quite good.
It's because I'm upside down.
So when the key speaks, it's something like a viola. Like it's sort of it's a high sort of it's a high string sound. Yeah, exactly. And then the nods that follow and indeed punctuate these sounds are full of concern. And the conversation, you can tell, is mostly one-sided. It's mostly coming from the key side of the equation.
Okay.
And he just tries to make a little space to communicate inside here. And he says, "You are wound up, my friend. You are wound up. And on your wedding day."
I was right. Mazel tov.
Yeah. He says, "You are to be wed." He said, "Were you not made for each other?"
Oh my God.
He has cold feet.
Yes.
And he says, "Some creatures, some doomed creatures, spend their entire span wondering where they belong. Look at these doomed creatures." And he gestures at the party and at Darbanic and up at the ceiling. And he says, "They have so many questions. but you are already an answer.
Yeah, I come a little bit closer at that point and say, oh, how I envy this key.
And he reaches over and gently strokes the edge of the wingtip, and he says, "We all should."
I lean into Walnut. I go like, "You got that hoop with you?"
I look through the hoop. Does it do anything?
You see the key and everything that would be through the hoop normally.
I've decided that the hoop is not a portal or some sort of scrying device.
The lens.
It is, in fact,
a planar synchronous.
But I think it might be. I think the key might be marrying the hoop.
Oh.
I think that might be it.
I produce the planar synchronous.
Yes.
Oh, like to visible, like
visible,
like,
just like see, just to see. When you say, I think the key is marrying the hoop.
And there is an exhalation from this entity, just at the sight of it.
Mm-hmm.
Which entity,
Yeah,
Jerry?
Don't worry. The clockwork man.
Okay.
That is seated at the table. When he sees it and he is moved by it.
Oh, he's so relieved and like.
Oh,
like there she is.
And he says, "My friend." And he reaches his finger down, and the key climbs gingerly up. And he says, "My friend." And he lifts it close and he says, "Why would you run?"
For the podcast.
To get personal.
Walnut points at herself like me.
No, it's not.
Oh. I put the hoop out in front of me like this, like get it towards the key.
Darbanik says, you don't have to. Maybe it's, some couples have like a waiting period. They take some time. Maybe they see other hoops.
What were you saying to this key?
Darbanik, you need to find a different key. This is not your key.
This key's taken.
Give me the hoop, boys. Free my soul. Put this key in my planar hole. The end. Continue.
The end. Last episode.
That's why.
Shadow Council.
Last episode.
Mayor Labors, please you.
Give me.
Its legs. So have you ever seen the? It's like. Have you ever seen a butterfly that has emerged from its cocoon? It spends a while just kind of like
getting everything
wiggling.
Firm. Yeah, it's all damp.
Exactly. And that's sort of the. You can hear a few chirps from the wing. From the wing, and it flies.
Butterfly.
It flies toward the hoop.
It's called the planar synchronous.
Should we say? I'm still whispering. Well, should we say something? Should we say a few words?
Yeah, say something quick.
May this union be a happy one, and may you both be very interlocked for all time.
The clockwork man says, "So you know the happy couple."
We know half of the happy couple pretty well at this point.
We're on the bride's side.
We work together.
we
work together. That's good.
It lits around the ring, and then explores, for lack of a better term.
Nice.
Wow, I didn't
Whoa.
see all the whole.
The honeymoon and everything.
Right? Yeah, right to it. Okay.
Unfortunately for you, Walnut, you are currently holding the honeymoon in your hands.
Oh.
And I go,
I whispered, "Don't yuck there, yo."
perfectly natural. This is the way of the world.
Get some towels.
Repping the natural world.
Just say,
Yeah.
Walnut done grass.
nothing more natural
Good
than
crop, baby.
this gear city
Yeah.
and these two inanimate objects. Getting it on.
Yeah.
In your
This
hand.
is for my job.
I'm getting paid to do this.
I'm getting paid.
Inanimate and metal.
I'm a planar fluffer. This is great.
This is for work.
This is for work.
This
I'm
is
gonna have
for
a
work.
You can't
strongly
get fired.
worded letter to HR
You
after
can't get
this.
fired because this is part of your job.
This is part of the job.
This is part of my
Right.
job.
They're inanimate
Go look at weird stuff.
and metal, but still a lot of fluid.
Oh, it's gross.
It's
Ferrofluid.
spending.
Snail trails.
Yeah.
Days.
Well, it spends.
Slime flu.
Slime fluid.
It spends. Oh God! It spends. What seems like 10,000 years, but in actuality,
Tantric.
it's only about 8 minutes.
That's still a long
Still
time.
not bad.
It's still too long.
Still not bad.
About 4 times longer than usual.
Just figuring it out by statistically speaking. Near the
Sorry.
Rookie numbers. You gotta get those numbers.
Those numbers up.
in the realm,
Yes.
for lack of a better term, maybe a little confused, and I think we can all understand this to a certain extent.
Nope.
I mean, right out of the gate.
Never have. Don't plan to start.
It discovers its purpose, and the instrument after this joining is more like what you've been using it for the entire time.
Really?
Yes,
I can look through it?
you were right about it, just at the wrong time.
Ew.
I start looking through it and I go,
Now there's something like a gauze hooped. There's an opacity.
this is incredible. If I look at the guy,
Film.
what do I see?
Filmy membrane, yeah.
All right.
What noise did the key make?
Like a hymen.
See,
We're like, oh my god, that's beautiful.
no, I was gonna say we imagine that it's just this is what the key's doing. No, the key just turns for
8 minutes.
like
Yeah,
every
just spinning
tumbler.
in a tumbler, but squealing.
No.
And macaroni.
Dear God, I created a beautiful romance.
I liked it.
You always do.
Yeah.
You always do.
What we've done hasn't sounded no idea. It makes us look like fools, but
Your idea is still very nice.
Yeah.
look through that guy.
Got me hard.
Look at stuff.
I want to look at stuff. When I look at the mechanical man, what do I see?
You see that he is covering his mouth with his right hand.
Oh, so I don't see anything special?
No, he is transfixed by it.
Oh, interesting.
Look at me.
I look at Rosie. What do I see through it?
Rosie. She makes a funny face.
Nothing fancy yet.
And I delicately touch my other hand to it.
You can push it through. Beyond, it just feels dry.
The surface or like the world through it?
The world through it.
Oh, interesting.
Can I like pull on it to make it bigger? Is it always hoop shaped?
Not right now. Right now, you can't.
Okay.
Oh.
You gotta take it.
But I mean,
make a bubble.
hoops of this kind historically have allowed for this.
Bubble hoop.
Can I make a bubble with it?
You mean like during the assembly?
Uh-huh.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Can't.
Pep rally.
Like a world bubble.
All right. Well, we were supposed to use this on the Drawn and Courtier,
Oh yeah, to try to close the
the test market.
test market. I guess
True.
we gotta go home.
We got to figure out how to get back home because we came through a portal that closed.
Yeah.
Oh, and also, no one used the letter in the vicinity of this thing.
Oh,
During operation.
Oh, during this is not operation. This is not a current operation.
No, I mean
Okay.
the operation it describes in the documentation.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Which we haven't done yet.
Yeah, exactly.
I see. Okay.
The like this for the synchronizing process.
Right.
Right.
That is done at locations that require synchronous. So right now it's like a knife
dormant.
that you are not using to stab anyone.
Okay.
I say to this strange man, congratulations. How do you know the key?
He says, it's beautiful, isn't it? He says, in one way or another, all gear spirits are known to me.
Fascinating.
You guys are real gearhead, huh?
Here, can you give me a perception roll?
Yeah.
Does he know?
Try to get a
the
4.
other Gear spirit.
Try and get a 4.
I'm going to take advantage. So let's
I
see.
want that.
Let's see if I can get that 4. Come on, buddy.
Ooh, you can reroll if you want.
You can.
I
You
will.
need to. Roll 3 times. Let's see if we can get some.
Ah,
Trash rolls, but not the
The
4.
1 turned into a 2.
No,
Yeah.
the best one was
an improvement.
What is that? 14?
It's 100%.
13.
Nothing.
Oh, was
You-
I
you-
looking
you-
at him?
You didn't get anything for that. No, I would have revealed something fascinating, something you would think about for weeks, if you would have rolled higher.
Bullet dodged.
can I roll?
Yeah, of course.
I got a lot on my plate. I don't need
You have to roll 4 too. Just kidding.
What am I rolling?
I think perception, right?
Yeah, perception.
Animal handler.
13.
Yeah.
Same. Literally exactly the same.
We both admire this mechanical man in the same way.
Can I ask him? We came here through one of the portals that this gear spirit made. Do you know how we might get back?
He says what duration, how much time has passed.
Oh,
Feels like years.
maybe
I don't
about, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes?
15
Yeah,
minutes,
20
15
minutes.
minutes? Yeah.
He says, you may well be able to use this marriage
Oh
to find your way home. If not, of course, I'm sure we could come to an arrangement.
First of many.
Holly.
no, I think we could use this.
How big is this hoop?
It's not big, is it? It's not like a hula hoop.
No.
small.
It's designed to operate on these seams or
I see.
places that are not synchronized.
I see. So we just take it back. To
In the same way that
To the
in the
rift.
same way that you can use a key to open a door, but you don't need to go through the key.
I see. Right. You're right. Walnut gets it, and so does me. I look at him and then I go, all right, well, thanks for talking our key into it, I guess.
He says, occasionally, diplomacy is required.
No.
That's not it.
That's not
I
right.
don't.
I don't believe that. Does anybody else have any business with this man, or can we
No.
go back home?
Skedaddle.
I stay until I roll that 4. So
I-
good stuff.
Lean over to Dar and I just go, so we're going to leave. I'm going to leave you here.
No.
No. Yeah. Why not? Seems nice. You got us into this. And I don't really like
Aren't you supposed to be the moral compass?
You can tell.
I'm not killing him.
Essentially.
At some level, just the combined, just the knowledge of 6 discrete skies is too much for some. It's too much.
I'm really gonna leave him. Just scaring him a little bit, just because I don't like him.
Make him dependent on you.
Yeah,
Got it.
I'm grooming.
It's like, what is it? The door method, right? Is that a door? I can walk out at any time. I want to stay forever.
Okay,
I want to live here.
Dar, you're
This
the
is
new
where-
member of our party now.
Right.
You're playing Dar now.
Yeah, so you have to play Dar.
Okay. I love keys. Give me some keys.
And I smack you in the face a little bit.
I don't know. I like him better already.
No.
This is fun. Finally, I can be myself.
No, Cthulhu. Can't stay.
No. What is your name?
Shit. No, don't worry.
Really?
No, I got it. He extends his hand, and he says, Tourbillon.
Debion.
Tourbillon.
To be old.
Got me?
I got it. Charmed. That's not my name. My name is Cthulhu.
Oh. He says, absolutely. And he says, aha. He sort of like his gaze sort of like looks past you and just to the right. And he says, it would appear you've made a friend.
I do, frequently, whether they know it or not. But I will rotate my head and look to see who you're referencing. Now.
Yeah.
And begin.
At first, there isn't anything in particular outside of the warping, like an event horizon, a slight bend, a slight vertical bend in light, and then almost like a sticker, like applying itself behind you, like spreading itself out like a decal.
Yeah.
You see an impossibly elaborate diagram that is in a constant state of calculating itself. I wish to God I could say I made this stuff up, but it's all from literally the Planes of Law box.
Oh, finally friends with a diagram.
I saw it, dude. I saw it, and I was like, I have to make this happen for my friend Chris Straub.
Can the others see this?
Absolutely.
Okay.
But
They probably don't think
not to.
they probably just think it sucks. But they
see it, we
can.
go, ugh, God,
But they
this
can.
again.
They can see it. And as you turn to look at it and observe its intricacies, you switch places with it.
Oh. So what is it? Violent? Like what I just go flip and now I'm this.
Now you are a sticker.
Oh,
No.
I took it as spatially, yeah.
Physically switch places.
Oh, okay. I don't become it.
No.
You just trade.
It
Anything's possible.
just calculates you, and you swap.
Oh.
Interesting.
You're your new best friend. Getting to know each other. It's cute.
Do I know what this is? What this type of thing is?
You have never seen anything of its like.
It's clearly a sticker with a diagram on it.
It's a math sticker.
It's a math sticker. What more do you need?
Hypotenuse, etc.
I say
That's a word for you.
so forth.
Etc. Not a
Decimal.
math word,
No.
actually. Really enough. Yeah.
I say,
Isn't that
friend,
how-
what are you?
You can't just ask people what they are.
What is your ask?
Oh,
rude.
He, the clockwork man, Tourbillon, says that is a moigno. You may come to be understood by each other after a time, but they don't communicate in the fashion that we do.
Would
Well, he
you-
does find you very interesting, and I think I may have a sense why.
Is it the figure that I cut?
The projection,
Yes, the same.
it's not aware of them.
Oh, interesting. So who knows what this thing sees in this space? It doesn't see an end.
This guy seems to know.
And it's
Yeah.
Ask
the
him.
calculations only appear to be increasing in speed and complexity.
Do I recognize any like elements of them? Like what type of calculation?
these-
Or is it like the sum total of calculation?
Yeah, you think that it would require, you would study this like a book.
Well, we got all day. Good thing we're not trying to
Good
get
thing,
back to
yeah,
anything.
we
Yeah,
got
there's-
time, man.
Yeah, this
Whatever
isn't
you
a
need
timed gate
whatever
we have
you
to get
need
back
do,
to, so
yeah.
no,
All right,
go
take
nuts.
it with you. I
We have a new
guess.
quest.
Okay.
Can you wrap this
Miley,
sticker
can you
around
rip up
yourself
the old?
Can we get it to go?
yeah, put it in a box?
Yeah. Would it be willing to join us? There's room in my knife.
He cocks his
Branded
head,
shit.
and it's the moigno almost like it tilts itself maybe 70% of the way into 2 dimensions,
Oh.
and just kind of like it's like a mlam. Isn't that the term?
Lem.
Yeah. It's like a planar mlam that just sort of like pokes out that could be the math version of shyness.
That's cute.
It's very easy.
Yeah.
There's a lot to learn in there. I came by it from my father.
Bless
Observe.
you.
Unbroken eye contact, broken only by the dagger.
Eyes.
It emerges behind you instantaneously.
Oh, inside.
Inside.
And I threw the edge of the knife. Say, somebody put me in their pocket.
I reach
Let's
up
go.
and grab the knife. I take the knife. I say, just let them get up to whatever they're going to get up to in there.
There's pressing business.
Let's go.
Gross. Let's get back to the thing.
Absolutely.
Go with the hoop.
So you pop out. You emerge. By the time you have gone down the stairs, Rosie.
Mm-hmm. I'm riding Walnut.
Yeah, but by the time you have found your way down there, you are in sync with this place.
Oh, okay.
You know when the drink should be ordered.
Yeah.
When it gets tipped back, about how much should be consumed per drink.
Interesting.
So the elaborate social dance of Haven is you would recognize it if you saw it
Cool.
in the future.
Ooh.
Awesome.
Your hormones in sync.
Yep.
It's a
Jojo?
myth.
Jojo?
Myth. JoJo doesn't exist.
Oh. I didn't know
So,
that.
out the city and down the sort of tall seemingly stone trail that leads away from Haven. The path that you came in is plain.
Yeah.
Like it's like you know about where you came in, but through the planar synchronous, it looks like almost like a boil. The space is distended
Oh.
Gross.
and
Ew.
indicated
Ew.
through the synchronous.
Okay, well, I hate it. But gotta get home. Just gotta go through it.
Absolutely. So as you are, how would you look at it? So
Before we do
you
that,
just have paws, so you can't.
No, I'm a human right
Okay,
now.
thank God. I was like, how am I going to do this paw thing? I mean, as much as you might like that.
before we exit, I do remind everyone that we
Cute.
were in the middle of a giant fight, and that thing might still be there when we come back out.
Good call.
We should maybe gear up.
Buff up.
That's a good idea.
Does anybody
Buffet?
have buffs?
You can't do anything. You're in the knife.
I mean, if you don't want to bother me, that's very kind. You could ask me to come out, but
Who has buffs?
I tell Dar, I'm like, you're going first.
Nice.
Great idea.
Pushing you through that hole first.
It just blends him.
you get to go home first, scaredy cat.
Yeah.
You're going to be in the arms of your family.
You don't want to be
Very
left here?
soon.
Fine.
Oh,
Yes.
I have something I could use to get us past that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I have my anti-life shell that I use to keep y'all out. It's centered on me. If we just move as a group away from the thing, it can't get in.
What's the
Oh.
radius?
And what's the duration?
Up to 1 hour, Jerry.
Hey.
Concentration.
Concentration, and it is 10 foot.
Okay. That seems like enough.
So I'm gonna pop that off.
10-foot radius.
10 foot, centered on myself.
Okay.
10 foot sphere.
We could all.
Not 10 diameter.
10
yeah.
diameter, yeah.
Sure.
Or 20 diameter.
I could summon Clarkmore, and we could all ride Clarkmore, and then we could all sit on one thing, and then cast that. And if you're in the center, then
Can that thing carry all of us, including Jerky Boy?
well, if he can't stay in the circle, that's
I was going
his
to say,
own
he has to try to be as much in the circle as possible.
Yeah.
But
I look
there's no
at-
guarantee.
I look at Dinar and I go, walking is fine.
like a. We all have to huddle up like a football huddle.
Yes, everyone
already
must
there.
huddle on me.
All right.
I'm already backpacked up. You backpack on me.
I'm
Alright, I
saving space already.
Great.
A knife.
All right. Yeah.
Saving
So it's
space.
just us
Oh
and
yeah,
Jerky
that's
Boy.
true. You're in the knife.
Technically, if everybody
We could all just get in the knife.
and then somebody just has to walk with it.
Honestly, that's a really cool image.
Yeah.
Go
We
get in the
just get
knife.
in the knife. Fine. I get in the knife.
All right, I get in the knife.
So you're all in the knife.
Well, do
you put
you
Jerky Boy in
though?
the knife?
I've never gone in the knife, right?
But do you have the courage?
I was gonna say.
Can you
have to all stab
plunge
each
a
other.
blade
It's
in your
always
eyeball?
been.
I'll get
Dinar's
you.
been too scared.
I'll stab you in the eye, and then Walnut can stab
I
me
don't
in the
know if
eye.
that works, though.
What are the rules of the
Yourself in
knife?
You gotta stab yourself?
That was my understanding, DM.
I guess we can find out.
It just cuts his eye
Someone
open.
else. If you
Listen.
stab somebody else, it's just a wound.
Chris knows his eyes grow back. Don't worry about it.
All right.
You don't have to worry.
What is it? Are we doing this?
I don't think that it should be done.
You're in the knife and you
It's
can't
your
hear us.
idea.
If you believe in it, if you can do it yourself, then yeah, it'll work.
I've been
Walnut
in there.
did it.
It's no big deal.
You've been in there.
You went
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah.
Dinar
Ours
hasn't.
never has. Yeah.
He's gonna
scared.
hesitate and he's gonna poke his eye and he's gonna get hurt.
You gonna do it?
All
Hand you the knife.
Somebody has
Okay.
to hold the knife. You could hold the knife.
right.
You carry us.
Hold the knife.
But we gotta do the anti-life shell.
You can all fit in the shot. I don't know why everybody wanted to go in the knife.
Because it's fun.
Because it's just cool.
Great. Well, I pop off the anti-life shell.
Okay.
And I say, now we got 1 hour. Everybody stay close to me. And if not, you can get murdered by a lobster. I don't care at this point.
Let me show you how it's done. You got it?
Yeah.
Stab myself in the eye. I'm gone.
Okay. I grab it and I do it, but I don't believe, and I'm very scared.
Oh no.
Yeah.
What happens?
I want you to roll an attack.
Oh my god. I go, Dinar, no.
11.
I miss. You're so scared you miss your face.
You catch. It sort of bounces off the right eye plate
Oh.
as you try to bring it back. Take 2 points of damage.
Ugh.
I go, whoa, buddy.
I hate this knife.
Yeah, no, maybe just
I'm
hold on
just
to
yelling
it.
into the knife.
We hear
You
it.
lied to me. I throw it off the edge
Echoes.
in anger. No,
Throw
I
it into
no,
the portal.
No, I throw it into the dimension.
Oh God.
I leave it.
It hurt me. Ah! No, I don't. But I don't try again.
All right, well, now I only have to protect 2 people, so this is fine.
Yeah.
This is an improvement.
Good luck in there with the math sticker.
Yeah, I'm in there
Yeah.
with the math sticker and Cathris.
And I'm
Nice.
out here with
This is nude.
No,
I was
no,
gonna say, you
this
show
is-
up and I'm straight up making out with
No,
it.
no. This I was just gonna say, man. This is not good. Like this is very, very much like your friend and their boyfriend is there,
Oh.
and now you are also there for some reason.
I'm third wheeling it.
Oh man, you're third wheeling it in a library.
Blech.
The sexiest place.
Yeah, I think we're all like, or the 2 of us are like scanning each other,
Oh boy.
probing, understanding.
Oh no.
Ugh.
One thing Rosie doesn't know is how to get out of the knife. Oh God.
Luckily, there is a door.
There's a door.
Oh, there's just a
It's
door?
From
pretty
inside, there's you don't have to. There's no more eye poking.
All right, I leave immediately. I pop right back out of that knife.
clear.
Like, don't
Wait,
go
wait,
in
wait,
there.
wait,
It's like a bloody gash on the side of my face.
Yeah, it's like pulling down.
Yeah.
There's just this like tattered curtain of blood on the right side of his face.
You missed?
Didn't work. I don't like the knife.
Sorry, yeah, we gotta. Don't go in there though. All right.
This
Walnut
knife's
looks
a
like a
rockin'.
fantasy
Excuse
watch.
me.
Yeah, the knife is just vibrating. Okay. I put the hoop up to the rift.
Absolutely. So as you place it, remember how we described before how when it shifts through space,
Yeah.
you can sort of feel it's like imagine like those like when you're at the doctor's office, like those wire puzzles where you have to move something around.
Yes.
Like there is some machinery you're not aware of that it moves through and hangs on.
Yes.
And so as soon as you are gazing through it, you know that it's where it needs to be.
Okay, love it.
You can let it go
Ooh.
Oh.
and
Okay.
it
Never bothered
stays
me anyway.
there.
Hmm.
There is an outer ring and an inner ring.
Okay.
Described, of course, in the brief manual.
Yes.
Should establish, everybody needs to be within 5 feet of the device when this is being operated.
No eating.
You do not eat within the area of effect.
No letter for the podcast.
Optimally, you do not use the letter T. That's correct.
Good.
Spoken or
It's not clear.
Well, my invasive thoughts are going to ruin this, so.
T.
That's nothing. Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
You just like hold your snoot together.
Okay. We shall go now.
Yeah. The outer ring shifted around.
Mhm.
The boil itself is just torn and allows passage. It basically
Fancy.
creates it creates the passage through.
Shall we bring Hoop?
Yes.
You grab.
Yes. Indubitably.
No!
Oh shit!
Well, I was going to ask, is that the plosive sound, or can't say can't say any of these things?
The your mouth, it's like a instant dental.
Damn.
No, I did not intend to say. No, it is like a dental visit.
Oh.
It's like
Where your
chewing
teeth
foil.
all feel a little loose, and your lips feel like they're too big for your mouth.
Uh-oh.
It's like my shellfish allergy.
And so, so what's your armor class?
Jerry.
What?
Come on.
It's not my fault.
Come on, man.
You said it.
14.
Okay, well that's good. As soon as the aperture opens, a gigantic clawed appendage
Whoops.
Oh,
punches directly through it, and this is all you can see of it here in Mechanus, and it comes through and just snaps, like audibly snaps in midair, and basically did its level best to get you.
Does this look like our friend?
It is absolutely. It is the same sort of gleaming black, mandible-looking pincer that you'd seen before.
Okay.
They used the crab. They actually dished up the crab demo.
Okay.
What a delight.
Okay. Wait. Hang on.
Crab.
Hold on. Yes, I can use this at the same time. Okay. I would like to. I only have one charge. I would like to get very close to the edge because we're on like a precipice, right?
While still trying not to lose your head. Ha ha ha.
Ha 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 ha.
I mean, like we're right at the edge of a void.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On either side, absolutely.
In a panic,
Yeah, because it just reaches in and snap, snap, snap.
I want to attempt to pull it through,
Ooh, really?
and then we can play a little switcheroo with it.
oh no! Yeah.
So I would like to, and I haven't used it for 3 seasons because I was very embarrassed about the one time that it did not work.
You
but
gonna
I would
try to
like
use
to
that
use
thorn-ass
Thorn
whip?
Yes! Thorn whip!
Premium whip.
If it
Okay.
doesn't work, I'm going to give you my advantage.
I've got.
This whip has to do something.
This whip this has to be Chekhov's whip.
What does the?
This is our last episode. I need to
You
whip.
have to use the whip.
It's good. It's a good bookend. What's an anti-life field do?
Oh, anti-life shell?
Or anti-life shell?
She actually used it before.
So, yeah, a shimmering barrier extends out from you in a 10-foot radius and moves with you, remaining centered on you and hedging out other creatures. So, basically, it prevents things from reaching through. So, like, my goal would be to get it and then just kind of slippy slide it over the anti-life shell, and it would just be like a...
But it's like an impenetrable barrier. Like
Yes.
Yeah, it's a marble of force.
Yep.
It's great.
I remember it from before. I just didn't know the specific rules of it.
Love it so much. Okay, fantastic. Back to Thorn Whip. I have to make a melee...
It's melee.
A melee.
Melee.
Is it really melee?
It's melee.
No,
It's milieu.
it's Amelia.
Okay, I'm going to roll.
It's a meal. A meow.
This is time. No. Are you
It's
offering
Idris
up your
Elba.
juice?
I am offering.
Okay, give me
What
give me
a
the
what a
juice.
wonderful
Thank
juice
you.
offer.
Have juice.
Give me the juice, boys.
That's going to be a
You
21.
whip a thorn?
That's going to be a 21. Or not 21. I would like a 21.
You did it. Whipped a real thorn.
Did I do it?
Our baby's a real
A true thorn.
Just walk out.
Just leave.
The true heir of the Enclave, Walnut Dawn Grass.
Hacraw.
You did it. So you cast this thing through. So what is an Enclave thorn whip?
So I think she does it. She realizes she actually lashes it on. She winds it around, and then she just like tries to slide it completely over, just hauling it over her shoulders and towards the
Essentially,
void.
the thorn whip allows you to scooch.
Yes, it allows you to scooch it up to 10 feet.
Yeah, so you can yank this creature straight through.
I know we don't have time for this, but I really want like an aside of a
a flashback of Walnut learning to use her thorn whip for the very first time, like the little baby Walnut. Like she gets her first like little tiny beetle. Like, I got it, Mama. Look at me.
Why is she Southern suddenly?
No, like thematically, there has to be like after it pulls through and she's like retracting it, it just like clips the knife and a little piece goes in and just hits Cathris. Like, little callback to the first time.
Oh yeah.
Whip, it never works.
Yeah. So you haul this thing
Redeemed. Now you can kill my character.
bodily through. So it emerges. It is yanked out through into the plane of Mechanus.
Goodbye. Oh my god, let's get out of here.
Let's go.
I'm just gonna now leave this raging giant beast for them.
It's in a void.
Your idea.
Yeah, you pulled
Wasn't
it through and then
Seems
deposit
like
it
an idea.
off on the. And that was your intention.
Oh yeah, haul him over the edge.
No, I was trying to haul him over the edge.
Oh, over the
exactly.
edge. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, okay.
I thought it was just onto the path, and he's just like, okay, towards the
Comes
cube.
out like, "Bleh," and then he's like, ah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I go through the hoop
Okay.
I follow.
and I say nothing because I learned my lesson.
All right. Give me a perception roll.
That is a 28.
Behind you through the portal, you can see just rising up over the edge of the stone. Just it has clawed its way into the stone itself. It's basically moving itself as though those were its legs.
Mm-hmm.
These upper limbs are keeping it held onto the stone. So the party passes through the aperture.
I have an internal debate on whether I'm going to tell people what had happened or if I just let it go.
If we can lure him back through and then slice him in half by closing the portal.
Well, he's floating in nothingness now, right?
Well,
No, he's
clawing his
climbing
way
back over the
up.
edge.
You would not believe this thing's stats, frankly. You'd be horrified to see them. I honestly can't believe this thing.
You won't believe it's not lobster. Well, I get through and then I just look back and just I just say, "Oh no."
Aloud?
Yeah.
Okay.
The hyper jaws zoom. Like, oh no.
So did you instantiate the anti-life shield?
Yeah, it's been
Right? Yeah, okay.
It's been instantiated.
I'm just verifying. I just want to make sure that it's all there. I know that's the plan. Right, cool. So now you are.
my character, man.
So now you have moved through,
Yes.
and now what is the party doing?
Can't you like, so when is that hole going to shut? Because can't you just butt that bubble right up there? And then what is it going to do? Get mad until it shuts?
We don't know how long until it shuts.
Yeah.
Well, we can't. We have no control over shutting it via the.
Not that we know yet, but we could certainly try some stuff.
I mean, I like the idea of trying to cut it in half via cut.
If y'all are gonna have this conversation, it needs to have no tease.
Okay. I turn when you say, "Oh
I go
no."
like this.
It doesn't do anything. It's very clear.
I know, but I touch my temple thinking it does something, and I'm like, T. And all my teeth fall out.
We can lure him back and
Slice.
slice him in half.
I was considering much similar ideas.
Incredible.
This is fun.
Oh,
I didn't say that out
no,
loud.
no, that was not in character. Oh,
was
OC.
Kate.
OC.
That was Kate, yeah.
All right, so I move everybody back from the thing, but still in the bubble. And then I look at the thing clawing its way over, and then I just go, nah,
Oh, he hates that.
nah.
So,
I look right at the rest of them like,
That was my mother's name.
I start doing this. This is what you look like.
You're trying to lure him in. You're trying to pick a fight with him?
Yeah.
All right. I'll compel duel
oh, perfect.
with you in the way. From behind you,
Great.
Yeah.
I compel duel.
Amazing. He's got
okay.
good stats, though.
All right, so I'm near the hoop.
Mm-hmm.
Say, you want some of this? Fuck lobster?
Fuck lobster.
Down, 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 down,
Wow.
Come through my tiny little friend and then you
Yeah. Why don't you
Come to
say it to
my
my
window.
face?
pick on someone slightly smaller than yourself.
Absolutely. So it's pulling its Now it has now pulled itself up. The lower arms are folded
Yes.
over its rippling demonic abs,
I hate it.
Nice.
and
I love it.
and it's. I mean, you had seen it before as it had emerged from the plane, from this gray domain of perpetual war.
Yes.
Its face is not a mask of rage.
Oh.
If anything, it seems delighted by substantial prey.
I look at
So
that.
you were calling it through.
Yeah.
It casts a spell on you.
Well, it has to make a wisdom saving throw.
From the it is quite happy.
Oh, okay.
This is like, imagine that you have like tried to compel it to eat dessert. It is the easy. You can just. It's just tugged graciously along through it.
All right. I'm like smacking my. Like, want some of this?
Haunch.
Yeah.
You didn't even need to burn the spell.
Go on,
Just
haunch.
had to be like-
Spanking. Yeah, I could.
How many hit points do you have?
A lot. Infinite. So let's not even.
Don't bother.
Let's not even bother with this exercise.
You're not in my barrier?
84. I
that?
guess not.
So it looks at you through, and the sound that comes out of its mouth, must be a word in some language.
Lobster.
Yeah, in lobsterese, in lobsterian. And it's true. It's true. Yeah.
He's down.
Yeah. The sound with it. The sound of it paralyzes you to hear it.
Oh.
Like you instantly see Dinar's body go completely
Rigid.
rigid. Yeah.
Great.
Right on the other side.
I want to
don't see
manipulate
anything,
that
you're-
outer ring.
Absolutely. It turns its hideous mask of a face toward you, Walnut.
Okay.
And there is a steady stream of images that it is just force feeding your mind.
Okay.
They're images. They're images of
Bad.
a verdant forest creeping over a world. You can see vines reaching up around bronze sculptures, reaching up through and into them, pulling them apart, shattering towns, leaving nothing in their wake but pristine pools.
Do I recognize the kind of trees, or they're just regular trees?
They're trees. They're native to Faerûn.
Okay.
These are.
It's not like weird mushrooms.
No. This
Okay.
isn't anything strange. And reaching back, it's nothing from Ravnica. It's nothing.
Okay.
It is, and you can just tell there is a tacit offer to you
I figure.
of this power.
And there's a little voice inside of me that absolutely is thinking, oh, yes, this is what we must do. But Walnut doesn't, new and improved Walnut does not like that offer. That doesn't do it for her. That's not balanced. And she tries to manipulate the outer hoop to
spin it in.
just to spin it in.
Give me an Arcana check. Give me Chris Arcana check.
Great. I have so much Arcana. 2. Flat 2.
32.
It takes another step toward the portal. Shadow Council, may our labors please you. No, it's the break. It's the break.
on.
This is what it is. This is how breaks work.
Okay, I got me.
We're going to be right back, emptied of our waste. We're going to get right back into it right after the break. Don't go nowhere.
No. Yeah, you can.
Hello.
You can't.
I'm Jeffrey K. Horkrims. And these are all the same people who were here before.
Tabletop.
welcome back to Test C teams. So,
This needs to be talked about now.
it's too important.
This is very important.
So when last we saw our heroes, there was a meaningful gaze between a certain eligible demon and our own Walnut Dawn Grass. Also, Prince Blitzen is paralyzed absolutely head to toe.
What's
yeah, did I not get to like
There's no
wisdom
save on that.
save or nothing?
There's no save on
No?
that spell.
Wow.
Guess not.
She knows what it is.
What is it?
6E. Before we continue, there was a surfeit of 20s last time, and the occasional 4, which counts as a 20 for the purposes of the Shadow Council. Let's just say that 4 is the official number of the Shadow Council.
It says paladins are immune to paralysis here.
Yeah, not this one.
6E, they're not.
There is a coupon for all, which is 15% off because of all the nat 20s. The code, should you need it for the store at store.penny-arcade.com, is BWOMP for you.
Number 4, letter U.
For you.
BW.
BWOMP for you. It's not
Oh,
paralysis, it's stun. So,
Okay, so it's something different than what you said.
yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I was being poetic.
I'm immune to stun too.
No, not this one.
God damn.
It's actually called the.
It's a special stun.
Purple.
So,
Super stun.
So that's the state of play. It is walking with malevolent purpose toward the device. Walnut has attempted to utilize the planar synchronous in order to seal this aperture. Is anyone else willing to take up this weapon?
Can I tell that what she had to do was arcane? Because then I would call Cthulhu out. I'd be like, yo.
Be like,
Dude,
you
call
haven't carried your weight for a long time.
Call in before you call out.
Okay.
Your mass.
It definitely seemed like some magical shit.
I mean, granted, what's going on? Maybe it's just a good idea. Anyway.
Oh, but I can't say your name because that has a T in it.
That's it.
Friend.
Yeah.
Asshole.
Draub.
Cthulhu would argue this. So, what is a T? What are we talking about here?
That's how it should be. It'd be 45 minutes.
God, we get it. Draub.
Trying to impress your calculation
Yes,
friend.
Emerge.
I'm very busy.
I know.
I'm just getting somewhere.
I know. However, your services are required.
Why are you saying
Because
speech sounds
clearly was said on paper, never use.
I come out. I came out earlier.
Just
than that.
off.
Yeah.
Like, what is this?
You just
I
said
do-
it
I do.
once. You just
So you emerge. It's like you show up and it's sort of like, is there a doctor in the house? Like there's a very there's a deeply, profoundly statuesque insofar as he's deeply rigid. Dinar,
Here, impressed.
there is a hesitant
My
nut
dog.
at the hoop.
You say, what is this?
he did two
I do.
T's.
2
I
teeth.
do.
So how many teeth does he lose?
All.
All your teeth fall
All
out.
your teeth fall out.
Dingo.
Yeah, if
I don't want 'em.
if they had teeth, it would be a tooth fest.
If they don't want to be here, I don't want them.
Right. Quitters.
I look at you. I look at you. I say, friend, help.
And I see.
Shush.
No words.
Help. Hoop.
Shush voice hole.
It's like an MMO that has like the built-in speech cues. It's like
Yes.
you can communicate, but only about very limited things.
Right. It's just beep 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 beep, and the little waypoint is flickering above it. What do you want me to do with it? Describe for me again. Like what's required of me?
The instrumentation. I mean, you've definitely seen Walnut do it before. It's essentially like it's a tuning. It's a planar tuning fork essentially. It's these two interlocked rings, and you've seen it widen and shrink in aperture now. So
I see. Okay. What could I attempt to understand its function so I could work it correctly. Is it Arcana or?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Just
Let's
hit
try.
it.
Hopefully. That's only going to be like a 12. I think I do it.
You don't know.
You don't know what a 12 will do.
It's an incredibly 12 number.
It's robust.
You've never seen a 12 like this.
That's 4 times 3.
Yeah. You're impressed with 11? Well, wait
That's
till you see what I got
That's
for
like
you.
Triple crit.
So you try you become very curious about some inscriptions around the edge of the device.
Nobody worry. I've become curious.
Ding dong, help.
You go from curious about the equation thing to curious about this. You're just
Nobody worry, I've become curious. It has no T's in it.
I know.
Well done.
I'm just messing with it at this point. I'm gonna it's 2 rings, right?
Yes.
It can't be that granular. I'm rotating them and I'm looking at what this thing does.
Absolutely. So it is in your mind's eye, you are now seated
Okay.
in a tree, at the foot of a tree that is as tall as any clock tower.
Uh-oh.
What do you say we roll?
Yeah, I'm down.
All right, you want to do like
Yeah, this is essentially the Crossroads offer, right?
you want to say like lower than 10 or below is she goes the way of the demon.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, crossroads.
Wisdom,
A hell of a roll.
Yeah,
bone thugs.
but her wisdom is not.
my wisdom is robust.
Yeah,
Dumb as a rock.
D20 plus wisdom.
Oh, we're okay. 15.
Okay, all right. You're fine.
Okay.
You're fine.
I go. Hold up. Nah.
Exactly.
I think about
So you battle off this, like, it's just, you're gonna spend, you might spend your life running from this image, from this moment.
Good.
You shift it closed, and the aperture shifts, and it seems fine with it. Like, the last thing you see is just pure satisfaction. Just a curl of its lip.
We didn't smash it in half?
No, it didn't even walk through.
Oh, man.
It's closed, but those images still linger, and you don't know if they're from you now or from this thing.
So is the hoop now deactivated?
It can be decoupled.
All right. So I'm just kind of like staring off in the middle distance while I do that. I take it, and then I'm just kind of like hunched over uncomfortably, like in the, standing. And I just say, I need a minute.
So you may recall that the cart is a short ways away from the where this portal that the key sort of inadvertently opened in its tour of the plains.
Are you okay?
I don't know. Am I okay? Do I snap out of it when it goes away?
Now every round you save. There's just no save initially.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So what I would like from you is a Constitution saving throw.
Save.
Oh, that's good. Give a very, very You're a robust lad.
Plus 5.
Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Hale and hearty. So
24.
It's like to the extent that you could like play it off.
Yeah. Shake it up.
There's like a long pause. He was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. Yeah.
And don't come back. Got him. Did it again. Tadar saves the day. You see that jerk?
Jerk?
I'm
Where's
elbowing,
jerk?
I'm elbowing jerky.
Yeah. No. And there's a Stockholm syndrome thing occurring now.
Yeah.
He is behind you, and you think that he would like to just have the arms around the leg and maybe be carried like a child from place to
Holding the
place.
box. He's my designated
can't
box
do it.
holder when I'm not holding the box.
Yeah, exactly. He's the official box holder.
Yeah.
But passage back to the cart and the waiting coriander is unimpeded.
All right. We do it.
I love it.
What kind of story do you tell to get back home? Or do you take the long way?
I mean, the demon.
What's wrong?
I can't just help but have lingering bad feelings about that. I
They
mean,
got their own guard and stuff there,
Okay.
probably.
Probably.
he made it back
Maybe
onto the
not.
platform, so he has easy access to.
Yes. A whole city full of mechanical beings. Yeah.
Okay.
With souls.
This is the like this fight poster would be amazing because it's basically like the Abyss versus Mechanist is like that's the fight that people have been waiting for.
That's true.
1,000 mechanical beings with souls or one snippy boy.
Yeah.
One snippy fuck lobster.
That's
They're
right.
ready. I think the 1,000 are going to take it.
Okay.
So I put my money.
7 samurai them. Great.
It wasn't that long a trip, so
Yeah.
I don't think it
Just a few
needs
hours.
Any magic.
Just run it back. So you arrive back at the Drawn and Courtier, and the now with the use of the synchronous, you have a sense now that you never had. You always knew that it was not done well, but through the synchronous, the sort of precipice, the threshold that the test market is built on, it's like a kid did it.
Great.
Like it is
like a kid did
no,
it.
yeah, exactly. Like it is hilariously bad.
Great.
Like it's not stitched all the way.
I hate knowing enough about this stuff that I can tell when a bad job is made. Like I'm frustrated about that.
No, there was absolutely a bad job done on this. It is shitty, for lack of a better term.
Well, I'm not surprised considering who made it.
Yeah, it's like it's like baby's first portal level.
I'm Babby.
For those who don't remember, the test market was created by Jim Dark Magic, was it not?
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
Whose portrait I'm looking at on the DM screen, and he's winking at me, and I'm
Yeah.
very frustrated.
Do you know how long? Like setting this joke up right here took 3 years.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
I really do love that he's bad at his job.
I resent it. Well, he thinks he considers himself more of an illusionist.
Well, the illusion's broken for me.
For this, yeah. So,
For this guy.
So through it, like I say, it's just like peeling up at the edge.
Great. So I look at everybody and I say, okay, our job is to close the test market. We have the planar device. So easy. I say we just do it, be done. We can all have a nice dinner and go to bed.
Agreed. I go back to my knife. Do the real work. Which
Looking
is
at
left
math.
unfinished.
Sounds like you'll have this under control, so I'm just gonna.
You know, too many hands.
Yeah.
I'm just
Too
gonna
many cooks in
go
this kitchen.
Here, Rosie, what do you think?
Sounds good.
Great.
That's what we're supposed to do.
Fantastic. Perfect.
I say, Dar, what do you think?
It's fine.
Nobody cares what you think,
That's
Dar.
right. Shut up.
Okay.
We're just both jumping down. Sorry. Nobody asked.
I literally asked him. You're like, nobody asked you, idiot.
All right. I put the hoop up to the terribly made, cobbled together test market.
Wow. Wow.
And I say, please refrain from using the letter. Oh, no, I said it.
Well, yeah. Okay, teeth.
It's just like a punch in the mouth.
How many teeth have you lost? How many teeth are gone at this point?
No.
Smiles of goofy teeth.
it's like this. It's the scurvy sort of sensation. Like, luckily, they're easy to replace.
In D&D, anything's possible.
The test market, but this is before we did this.
Meta
thing.
time.
Yeah. The test market exists on top of the Drawn Courtier?
I imagined it like when you're fumigating a house. that there is like a thin tent over the
Circus.
whole thing.
Yeah.
Right.
And when you have the key, you can enter the normal house
Yeah.
or the fumigating house.
That's right.
Okay. All right.
And even then, your perception of the same space can be radically altered, even while inside it, as you saw.
There's no concern that in destroying or closing the test market, we would hurt the drawing courtier.
No.
Okay. Okay.
It's these versions of it are all extrapolations of the physical building.
Yeah. Okay.
So far as you know.
Goodbye,
Yeah.
future former interns.
Yeah, exactly. There's a few caught up in there. It's the last batch.
Meh. We haven't scraped them out by now there.
The D team, like in case we mess up, the team after us, they were in training.
Yeah. Time might
they're
work
almost done.
differently.
Yeah, they were just about done.
Okay, so they're probably dead already.
Oh yeah,
They've
that
been
old
dead.
age.
Yeah.
Got some good bones in there, though. That's good eating.
Make a stew, baby.
Make a stew. All right, I manipulate the device in order to open the rift.
Yeah. You have plenty of time to do it,
Okay.
and the device is designed precisely to do it. I mean, theoretically, the device was to be calibrated according to the job itself.
This was the calibration.
This
though.
was supposed to be the calibration, but
Right.
you have already used it
Yes.
in a manner much more elaborate than they had even asked for.
Oops.
It happens. Overachieving.
Charge extra for that.
And here at home, with plenty of time, you set it up, and you can see Brahma looking out the window, and she just like shrugs,
I give her
You-
thumbs up,
and she gives you a thumb up, like a tentative thumb up.
and then I give her another thumbs up.
Okay, and then she puts
While
the
I'm
other
using the
thumb.
boot.
Yeah, she puts the other thumb out. Like now, it seems like there's 4 thumbs up. It seems like things are good. All right.
I shrug.
You want to tell everyone to get out?
No.
Nah.
Why spoil their dinner?
All right.
You're able to essentially. It's just like almost like wax sealing around the edge, like through the lens of the synchronous. Just like a full rotation of this twist is sufficient to seal completely around the edge. Yellow and blue, functionally speaking, in a planar sense, have made green.
Incredible.
That's a lot of.
Thank you, Planar Centipede. You've done it again. Love you. I give it a little kiss. No, I don't do that. So it's made green. Is anything open, or is it just like it has now closed?
It is now closed.
Great. Then I would love to deactivate this.
Exactly. And you can basically just take it, retrieve it, slide it off. Very briefly, we're going to move the camera to another place.
What?
Just very, this is not going to take long, don't worry.
People inside are destroyed.
Have you ever imagine a blender, but for people?
Grella Predator has a new assistant who has recently, certainly with spring, the roads have begun to thaw, and business in the town of Tribor is beginning to pick up again. They have been told to arrive before they thought time even began during the day. It is still dark when Grella's new study enters the bakery shop. They have come before to perform this task. Inside, typically, Grella has already begun the preparation for the day. This time it is still dark. She goes up the stairs to wake her mistress, and her mistress and the bed itself have been sliced at a diagonal. It has gone clean through the bed as well as Grella Predator herself. And they exist there in her room in a collapsed pile.
Oof.
Now we're back at the drawing board here. We'll just keep playing like normal.
Yeah, I don't know that.
I'm hungry.
You didn't
Just
know?
go, oh, man. What are Grell's doing?
It's true.
Well, let's all go
a
inside.
good thought.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Have a nice meal.
absolutely.
Be together as a family.
Yeah. We'll leave the, we should leave the camera outside just so that we get a good image of everyone inside the warm common room.
Yeah, and silhouetted in the front is Dar's
Yeah.
face looking in.
From outside.
It's like, are we done? Yes.
Yeah.
Am I free to leave? No.
Absolutely not.
You think about what you do.
There is a new piece of mail.
Yeah, well, obviously it's being opened immediately.
Yeah.
Before I touch food.
Yeah, the new mail essentially indicates, so there is the calibration, and
Sure.
then there's a sequence of 3
Right.
synchronizations, which, just to make sure everyone is caught up, they're essentially like the 3 locks that would open the vault. And because the vault itself is planar in nature, the locks don't necessarily need to be all in the same place. In fact, for this purpose, it's superior that there be some tribulations involved in accessing each of these locks.
Right.
And you have been given the location of the next of these locks that needs to be opened.
What is the location?
The location is north of Crucible, just a few miles.
Great. That's close.
It is not far. It is not far. It'll be a day's trip.
All right,
If
well, something we can do in the morning.
Exactly right. It's morning.
All right, we do it.
Oh,
We do the thing in the morning.
We go there, we do the thing. I'm
do it
assuming
again.
nothing happened.
We don't say
No,
that.
no.
What
When you wake,
next?
Dar is not there anymore.
what?
Fine.
Now Dinar kind of likes him.
Yeah, Dinar's heartbroken.
I thought we had something.
Yeah.
Where are you, piece? Oh.
Very upset. Yeah. Oh, what? You didn't even say bye?
No, in fact, the carriage house door is wide open.
Oh.
It's deep ruts on the way out. There's the stink of fear.
Oh,
Oh, Dinar's very sad. He's like, good, I'm glad he's gone. And he's just all mopey. Aw. Is the box still there?
It's true. Yeah, the box is still there.
Nice.
You get to keep the box. Now,
you get your
That's
tiny
the box
family.
is what was supposed to be delivered.
Yes.
Exactly. So the family's already in there.
I got the box. I
Yeah.
peek my head in.
You take another peek in there?
I always peek in there.
Right.
Yeah. I stay peeking.
Down there, the things have begun to thaw. The sort of the snow-swept fields that you had seen before are now. You can see a tiny cart basically tilling up the fields
Yeah.
behind the home.
What of the giant coin?
There is no barn, but there is also no coin.
Oh. What did they do with it?
Instead, a throne of gold.
Yeah, exactly. A giant throne.
Oh.
This seems like a bunch of like slain like families. Like there was clearly like a fight over the wealth. Like, you owe it to me. Ah!
Yeah, there's a bunch of you see a bunch of torn banners. There's a lot of fire. No,
Charred bone.
none of that's true. Whatever kind of deal this person has, it involves being able to process such coins quickly.
Impressive.
He but needed a coin to test it on.
Yeah.
So, what next? How do we prepare?
This Crucible's not far. It's how long of a
Crucible's
travel.
at our doorstep now.
Yeah.
But this particular spot is a few miles away, so load up the cart,
Seems like a
Take us there, babe.
little
take
short
it there.
jaunt. Easy.
It's that easy?
It's just that easy.
Walk.
So,
Just
so
enjoy the day.
yeah, after you leave out the north, again, the forest's still very dense, except for where it is most tread upon. Equilibrium has been reached here at Red Larch. And the cart begins to take a northward trail. I mean, how are you navigating this?
Carefully.
Yeah, I mean, no, clearly. But is it your intention to travel through the seat of power in Crucible, or are we trying to avoid that?
I mean, whatever Walnut says to do. This is I think of this as Walnut's domain. So
Oh, Walnut thinks of it as Nalane's
Right,
domain.
yeah.
So Walnut's like, I think the fastest way, and the terrain, is to
It's like show it on the diagram.
there's
It's like
the road, and then there's where Nalaine lives, and then like right here in the middle, but like very, very far this way. Do you know what I mean?
I do know exactly what you
She like
mean,
tries to
yes.
like draw a
Yes.
map in the air, and she's like, "Please
Yes.
help me."
I think I understand what you're going for here. And I take a path that makes a wide berth around this throne of power.
nice. Even entering the forest itself, as you go north, you can sort of feel the other Walnut, like the weight of her memories in this place.
Why'd you do it to me?
Well, I'm a bad person, fundamentally. And she has her own memories
Yeah.
that are now yours,
Right.
that you remember on the top of the cart as you're traveling north.
So are they like familiar but unfamiliar? Like once I know them, then I recognize that I know them?
It is deeply odd. Because you contain all of them, it's like imagine that you're sort of like going through old photos. In the same way that any person would, it's like you have pictures that you don't remember until you've seen the picture.
Right, okay.
They're completely integrated,
Okay.
but they're just, you have to, once you are there and see them, they're yours.
Very sad.
And there is a specific moment where Walnut is being led through there's a specific grove of Nemazir trees that exists behind the wooden throne itself. And Walnut is walking through that grove with Nalaine.
Yes.
And Nalaine is just like watching her like a predatory bird.
Gross.
And she is walking through, and the weapons are ripe. And so she is passing through the grove, clearly with an effort to choose a weapon.
I see.
And so she is just sort of like brushing them with her fingers, and the glass of their blades is just ringing through the forest. And there is one that looks almost like weeping willow, where it's tall boughs that are sort of dripping with bows.
Got it.
And she chooses a bow, and then as she plucks it off, where it was attached to the tree has a rich sap, and she pinches that sap and draws it down to the other side. And
Pretty good.
as she brings it to her mouth to whisper the blade words, Nalaine says, "A bow? Don't you think the world has enough cowards?"
What a
And so as the
beep, 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 beep.
as the cart trundles north, you're comparing your surroundings to the position that you have on the map. This is a cartography scenario for sure.
Okay. Do you want me to roll?
I do.
History?
Please.
He's funny.
Oh, it's not good. It's a 9.
Histoire.
Yeah.
You have been here before, and that is why I'm going to offer you a delicious,
Avantage?
temporary
Thank-
avantage.
Thank you.
What is it?
It's worse.
It's worse. It's a 3.
So how do you play this off?
Oh, I don't
this
know,
is-
Jerry.
This is like your thing.
Yeah.
You're like a dad who won't ask for directions. This is incredible.
Yeah. I think I was like,
Oh yeah. You start drawing this map out in the air. I'm like, sure, yeah. And I take us right through the heart, directly toward exactly where Nilan is. I'm like, I'm gonna keep her so safe. Gonna keep her away from all the stuff
I'm like
she doesn't
thinking
like.
about all these memories, like, yeah, not noticing.
Yeah, it's getting more and more regal looking as we get closer to
The
Nilan.
two of you snap out of it, and we're like in front of Nilan.
Is that what happens?
Whoops.
But I mean, this is
You think?
your grandmother.
Yeah.
You think you've got it totally dialed in?
I'm like barely able to see over the reins. Like, old lady driving.
Totally see-through reins. You're just holding the little leather strap like this.
Just put the arms down and then
Don't tell me how to drive.
For 3 years, all right?
I've been driving for 125 years.
The wood of the throne, you've seen it. Indeed, in some indeed as a self,
oh boy.
you have sat upon it yourself.
In some ways.
It is gray, dry, and lifeless.
Really?
Really.
Huh. What are the state of the trees around it?
This whatever has happened here doesn't appear to have passed on to the rest of the forest.
Oh, well, I mean, the cart is like trundling on at a slow clip. I'm assuming we're
Yeah. And you can see it, but it's like an old stump.
I call out to one of the trees. And I say,
Oh, as the cart is moving?
as the cart's moving, like just to whoever will listen,
Are you doing speak with plants?
speak with plants. And I say, what do I say? I say, what has happened? What has happened here? Where's the one that sits on this throne?
They bows. See, there's shaking heads, and then there's nodding.
Nod is up and down.
Yes.
Not as a, so they sort of dip in to recognize the passage, and they say in sort of like a whistling unison that she has been gone for some time.
And I say, do you know where she went?
She ceased keeping our counsel.
She is such a problem that I'm gonna have to deal with.
That's going to be in the DLC. Like, that's raid content.
That's not something I want to.
You know what I mean?
It's not
Let's go now. Let's go now.
something I want to do. Okay. So, I mean, when I do that, it just sounds like wind through the trees. So I'm hoping that no one really noticed that.
No, it should. It would be entirely possible to have this conversation privately.
And I just say, well, I don't know. What would you say to a tree? I just say,
Exactly.
I say, grow strong, keep
Take
your
her
shade.
easy.
Yeah, take her easy, I guess.
Make like a U and leap.
Get out of here.
That they rustle in as goodbye.
Oh, wait.
Oh, you want to stop the cart?
I stopped the cart.
Got a good goodbye.
I say, where are her 100 daughters?
Ooh.
Let's see. What would they say? There are more now.
Well, all right.
Not really an answer. Kind of a non-answer.
Okay.
Cryptic ass tree.
Any more?
Walnut just takes that to mean, I mean, she doesn't even think that they'll be here, that she's pretty sure that they follow Nilan now, so. Okay, on our way. Bark, bark. Yeah, that's kind of how she feels. That's actually pretty accurate.
All right, so you have now pulled through the most emotionally wrenching portion of the forest.
Yep.
Over the throne.
Yeah, definitely.
It takes forever. Like you get stuck on the throne. It takes 2 days.
I turn to Walnut as I'm like driving the cart over this throne and be like, staying away from the throne really does have a bumpy ride associated with it. Sorry about that.
I say,
but it's worth it to keep you safe.
Grandmother, are you sure this is the right road?
That's it.
You doing your coriander impression again, or?
Yeah, there's no answer. It's just.
Am I sure this is the right road? Come on.
Come on. Okay. I just like placate you. It's like, you know what it's like? It's like when your mom is talking to you and she's like, you know who's gonna have a concert soon? It's Jorston Blubber. And you're like, you know it's Justin Bieber, but you just let her have it.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
That's what this is like.
No, it's like Brenna's mom.
I don't know that's as far as I got. Whatever.
Brenna's mom was listening to. Brenna was listening to the radio at one point, and Brenna's mom came in and said, "Oh, is this Men Into Boys?"
That's it.
Men Into Boys.
That's incredible, and that's a real one, and that's how you know it's a good one.
Oh no.
Men Into Boys.
Men Into Boys. It happened like 30 years ago. We're still fucking eating off this.
That's nourishing. That'll keep you warm all winter.
It will do. It will do. It eats like a meal.
It's like a
So now you have an opportunity here. Obviously, nobody is any the wiser about maybe some miscalculations previously.
What do you try? There's no miscalculations here, Jerry.
No, I mean, I know that. I'm just saying somebody else might perceive it that way. Obviously, they would be wrong.
Obviously.
But there is an opportunity to save face here.
All right. What do you want to do?
I want you to give me history.
Another history.
I do.
Histoire.
You know what I just realized is my character sheet's a level 8.
Are you serious?
Yeah, because I de-leveled her for a game in LA and I never leveled her back up. So I'm pretty sure my history is actually a +11. So.
Oh, that's really high.
No, it's 20. It's a 10. It's a 10.
Baker's dozen.
Whoops.
10's okay because, as I suggested before, you know this realm. You know this place. It has been a long time since you've been here. But in what seems like another life, the migration pattern of the wandering crypt passed along this line.
I can tell.
Yeah, this is a Rosie. Absolutely.
Tracked it? Okay.
Yeah. And indeed, that central tree in Crucible, its original purpose was to hold the wandering crypt in place.
Right.
And it did not look well. That central tree. And the map itself, where the cart needs to go, is off the main path a bit. So you're able to pull off left, carefully move it. But even now, in places, the ground feels to the wheel. You're intimate with this sense. It feels churned up in places.
Freshly?
Freshly, yeah. It feels like there has been something traveling.
Oh, I see. Okay. So it feels like we're following after something. I mentioned this to Walnut, just so that you can use your elf eyes to see up ahead. What are your elf eyes? Yeah.
Okay. Can I do a perception roll?
Please.
Perception. Oh no, it's a
Boy.
12.
That's some rough rolling.
I
12
know.
out of 3. That's impressive in its own right.
Yeah, that's true.
Thank you.
It is. The scent of fresh earth is.
It's your eyes.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Fresh earth for real.
What's that?
Fresh earth for real.
Yes. What have we been using? Oh, it's animal handling, right?
For driving?
Yes.
Or for, yeah.
Give it to me.
You got it.
Come on.
Big money.
All right, so 14.
14.
Better than the rest.
So you are shocked when the ground.
Electrifies me?
No, you're startled. No, when the ground in front of it's like a sinkhole,
Oh no.
and you're able to stop Coriander just in time. You lose a wheel, like it
wheel
collapses down into the edge of this hole, gets caught on an edge, and the front left wheel shatters by the drop.
Whoa.
And this massive, like this sinkhole is probably 150 feet across. It's just like you're going and going and going, and then it is just dropped out.
Wow, I couldn't have seen this one coming. Could we? Walnut?
Yeah, fresh earth.
The scent of dirt was in my eyes. Guys.
Scent of dirt.
You know, grandmother, I didn't see this. You didn't see the throne. All of
You know what I mean?
I don't know what you're talking about. I say as fast as humanly possible.
Yeah. Because you really didn't see it.
I sure
I had
didn't.
no idea. You're a liar.
All right, well then I want to get Coriander back in reverse. Get away from this sinkhole. Or we lose another wheel.
This sinkhole is where you need to go.
Oh.
Oh.
Wow, we gotta go on foot.
All right. Well, I want to pull the cart and its 3 remaining functional
Try to
wheels.
get it out. Yeah, that's a full party task.
Oh shoot. Okay. Everybody out. A rap on the little window.
Inside. I mean, well, I don't know if we have a wheel to mend, or did it fall all the way down?
It's just
I thought it just broke.
shattered.
Yeah, it's shattered.
Oh.
We have pieces of it.
Maybe.
You should be able to recreate it
Okay.
once it's pushed up and out.
Okay. All right.
All right,
Nice.
let's do it.
I was going to say inside the cart, I have brought my math formula friend to sit
Out of the knife?
to sit beside me or be
Oh, God.
beside. You may be asleep, but I'm just
Pretending to be asleep.
Yeah, I'm just like, we're getting along really well. And then I go back and all this, I'm just looking. There's no communicating, just observing. Studying.
You're just allowing yourself to be known, to
Yeah.
be calculated.
Yeah, maybe just taking it
What
in.
does it feel like? Don't
and-
ask Jerry. What does
yeah.
it feel like?
Don't ask Jerry.
It's intimate.
I'm down. It would be.
Somebody understands.
Does it feel like somebody like feeling all your nerves, like touching them all?
Touching
or-
on your buttons. You
Yeah.
like a TI 88.
Oh yeah, but I ignore that,
Nice.
as I have for many hundreds of years. I'm just focused on this part.
Yeah, what does that feel like? Just a little electric shocks? Like what does it feel like to
There's
progress?
so much potential, possibilities. What will come out of this? What will I know? What do they know?
You sketched that unfolded cube earlier. I wonder, is that what your brain feels like? Like
Yeah, what
somebody's
if you could?
unfolding
What
it,
if you could
right?
unfold a cube and then wait? There's more flaps.
There's more flaps.
Oh,
Yeah.
And so I'm upset when the cart stops and we're not there. It's like, oh, we've almost fell in a hole. I'm with somebody.
With a client.
We're having a
And I
good
knock
time.
on the door. And you're like, not now.
Over the
right.
over the period of time you have spent in this meditation with this sort of like cognitive icon, you have changed places with it perhaps 4 times. It's
4 times.
the last time you remember something like this was the moment you were expelled from the perfect synchronization with the
This is a part of what I am trying to communicate. I'm sure in even a cursory understanding of me is going to reveal the and the significance of it. But I think that this entity maybe is more than I can hope to be. Like, it's aspirational.
Well, yes, imagine what would that perfect society look like?
Yeah, I don't know what this thing is. Like, how could it not know that you're infinitely better than I could?
It could be a situation like in the fundamental court where they just don't have language for it because it's too close.
Yeah. What's obvious to this being?
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Now,
Anyway, I'll look at this wheel.
you just come out.
Step back from
You have to
that.
pout. You have to come out and pout.
Okay, this piece of wood. Well,
Yeah, it fell in the sinkhole and busted, and now it's in 2 pieces. The mundanity of it.
No!
It's like I hate mend it. Take a little extra time to just feel how beneath me,
I really hate it.
beneath everybody this is.
Whoa! And we all freak out. We're like, whoa! Very good job.
wow,
Look at this Dinar. Look at the wheel. He fixed
It
it.
just makes
Wow.
it worse. It's me.
You contributed today. You really pulled your weight.
Thank you. I think it's better than before. I'm actually trying. Like this is
Ow.
a better wheel. Somehow, I really
They should
do
all
think
be
it's
like this.
They should also. Can you do this to the other 3? This is going to take us a lot of places.
I will do that when you break them. But until then,
Fair enough.
I return to my social time.
For the podcast,
Dead eye.
Straub just stared into space.
Straight into the void.
Exactly. Now, even from up here, you can see that down within the guts of this sinkhole, it is not abject darkness. In fact, there's something like there's a pulsing red light that seems to be generated from multiple sources, but the actual source of it is not visible from the mouth of it.
So we're gazing into it from above.
Exactly. You've scooched the cart back. There's been an incredible repair.
I think so.
Don't forget about that repair.
Do we have to go in, or can we do the thing out here?
Yeah. How deep is it?
Is it reacting at all?
Because the lens, the scope,
Yeah.
the planoscope,
Oh,
Wow.
the planoscope.
it's written right here. No, that's fresh. That's bespoke.
Wow.
It's the scope.
The thing that needs to, it's not, whatever needs synchronizing isn't out here.
Yeah. I say, we gotta go down there.
We could fly again.
Down.
I
What a
have the
treat.
skill. I
Is
flew
it a-
down already yesterday.
Oh, I can spider you and me down there.
That's true.
Is it easily traversable? There we go. I got there.
Yeah, it's a mixture of soil and dense rock.
Oh,
Just a-
we can just
gonna
slide
I'm gonna-
on Dinar.
I'm gonna summon Clark more if it's dark because he glows.
Okay.
You're right. Yeah, that's a really cool image, actually.
Yeah, and I'm swung and miss on trying to summon him the last couple games.
So it's just
so. Yeah, you all have to sit there and wait.
10 minutes.
I
You
got-
two are mad. You don't give a shit
busy,
because you're
yeah.
staring at your equation.
I welcome
I'm
the
not
time.
mad. I'm pleased.
Okay.
I like Clark more.
But it's just like
You're
the,
just like-
the ritual is like
Rubbing Dinar's back, like almost got it that time. Yeah, it's just like
Don't look at me. Okay, look at me.
Try looking at me.
don't look. Well, I almost got it. Look, wait, now look.
Look what I'm doing good.
And then it's just like
Don't-
first try.
Clarkmore is able to navigate this terrain with ease.
Okay.
This is no problem. The unique celestial hoof configuration makes short work of this traversal. Once you arrive underground, you find that you're looking at the facade. It looks like the facade of a building
Okay.
where on the front of it, you can see there's a range of pillars, perhaps 20 feet in height. And then up and around, you can see just like crenellations and like architectural flourishes. But in the front of it, in the upper left and upper right, there are strange constellations of red lights that are growing in strength and then becoming dim. But there's no pattern to that process that you can determine.
Do I get any like homeward star do I get any weirdness from that? It's
It
different
doesn't
red
seem
light.
it doesn't match that
Okay.
that iconography.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all... Red means bad, if I know anything.
Pretty sure.
Pretty sure.
Is this is this set into like one of the walls of this sinkhole, or is it just freestanding inside the hole?
It is the front of a structure that seems to continue back.
Is it just
beneath the earth.
like a big open concept thing, or is there an ingress?
No, this is absolutely in the very center. There is passage in, almost like a temple fixture.
Within.
All right, well, let's go in.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna boop you with dark vision, unless you already have it or something.
I don't have it, but I mean, Clarkmore emits light, but can't hurt. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Boop.
And I appreciate the booping.
Yeah. In real time.
Feels good in here.
Feels good. I want a divine sense,
Absolutely.
just because it seems bad and creepy. And so
Yeah.
I say this seems bad and creepy. So
Kinda
detect good or evil. Celestials, fiends, undead.
Celestials, tentacles,
Walnuts.
And
walnut and wamp.
And fiends.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And fiends.
You, it's like almost like something you've tasted before.
Okay.
Is that there is an echo here of a primal, like primordial evil, but it is not. It's not fresh.
Okay.
The last time, it's basically like an echo. If you had to call back to it,
Mm-hmm.
as you had entered the wandering crypt down into one of the chambers that, for example, the one that filled with acid, the fountain chamber,
Mm-hmm.
You were driven to your knees by a stronger version of this same.
I was gonna say, if I take damage from this, every time I use divine sense, I take damage.
You remember it.
Yeah, that's why I haven't used
Basically,
it in a while.
you remember this
Yeah,
sense.
but I'm getting wandering crypt vibes.
Yes.
Okay, and I relay that to the group. I'm getting wandering crypt in my bits.
Uh-oh.
Feel it.
Getting crypt in my bits, y'all.
I feel like I get much more serious now
Yeah, for sure.
that that's happening.
So this central chamber, but it's clearly, it's been harmed.
Tell me, you still got the necklace?
I think so.
The
yeah.
choky?
I assume so.
Just,
Yeah.
just for fun, like you know what?
It was the
you know
other.
what?
It was the other body, I think, right?
It
Yeah,
was the other
oh.
body.
Oh no,
You
but
don't-
you did switch. You
Oh, I
I
put it
remember
back
you
on.
said you
I
put it
think
on
I
the other
still-
body.
I think I still took it.
Okay.
I don't have the same worry about it. I'm kind of on the right path. I got a straight line.
I thought
to
the same
earth.
thing until
Until you saw that chamber filling with acid.
You know what? We can only discover together.
All right.
It's about
I got
trust,
my hand on it, though.
and
and
I have
there's
none.
none.
we don't trust you. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, and we don't have it.
yeah. But I'm glad you're in a good headspace.
I'm glad you're feeling healthy.
Go back to staring at your equation.
Goodbye.
But as you pass through this mesh of pillars in this facade, you can see already that there are more than hairline cracks in them.
Mhm.
The state of this creature, which is simultaneously a place, is sundered. It's as though it has crawled here to die, frankly.
What does does this damage look like? It's consistent with something like, I guess, a giant bite.
Yeah.
You know, a huge.
You don't see anything in particular.
gun.
But the
powder burns.
yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Start pulling the lines out.
C4.
Start doing that.
No, but this passage that travels down the center, it's like you can see what were lethally effective mechanisms and traps, but they're open, exposed to the air, like the machinery themselves weakly endeavoring to operate, but with no real motivation and no solid mechanical foundation.
Does it look like this was like it was attacked and it came here to die, or whatever did it from within and is beyond, like and is? I mean,
It's hard to say.
keep walking.
There's no. That book has not been written, I don't think.
Are we with the hoop? Are you
what
are
you
you
getting?
consistently like peeking in?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're basically looking at this. It's like a Blair Witch type situation.
Yeah.
I got.
Like-
I'm gonna throw pass without trace up.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
you.
So you are traveling through. Every now and then there'll be like a click of an attempt of some kind of the mechanisms, which you call were quite lethal. It's completely collapsed.
like a click, and then just like a knife just
It's-
sadly slides and then just falls down.
It rolls down.
Like a dart trap, and they just kind of go like.
No, it goes out halfway and then just falls out.
It's like ooze out. Like,
But you're essentially arriving at it from a different angle.
but
And no,
oh,
That's not a new angle for us.
quite the opposite. You pass beyond a chamber. There is basically like, you think that this would have been a solid wall, but it's almost bifurcated, like it's two pieces that have sort of like separated out, and they rest inside at an angle. And you think that it's only the pressure of the two of them pressing together that's keeping it up at all.
Oh,
And inside you can see, as though they're hung.
nice.
Imagine that they're nice, bro. As though they're hung on racks. You can see sort of like in each of these sconces, you can see what look like almost sarcophagi, cracked and empty, rags sort of spilling out into the central chamber. And you can see it looks like a 50-50 admixture of door and clock in front of you that is like split and bent.
Does this look like the one we saw
this
before?
space, this space again.
Yeah.
You see it from the opposite side.
Oh.
So
So this is where Auspicia was being held? Was on this side of it?
potentially, I don't know. I just work here. And so there is a hazy light, a fissure
Yeah.
outside of this chamber, and in that central sort of digestive space, you may recall, strewn with coins and strange treasure.
Don't.
The yucky coins.
Yeah,
Yeah.
crazy coin.
Crazy coin. And as I suggested before, right in the center of this is a kind of spatial wound, for lack of a better term.
I approach the wound. Well, I'm very curious about the wound.
Yeah.
So this is the
Yes.
This is
the time for this.
Right.
Spot for the hoop. Okay. Well, I'll talk about it in table talk. But yes, I put the hoop up to the distortion.
Absolutely. It locks easily into place, effortlessly. And are you going to operate the device? As you begin to operate the device, it's as though you might recall that time has a strange relationship with this chamber. Multiple periods of time occur there simultaneously.
Yes.
You'll recall that in order to gain entry, you required help from a person who had never met you before.
Yes.
And something very similar happened when you left
Yes.
and a young Omendron entered the chamber.
That's what I wanted to talk about.
You see him enter from a shattered set of doors, a ghostly apparitional version of him. And he walks past the C team, back into the area you have just left from, where all these strange sarcophagi are hung. You see him reach down, pick up a holy symbol of Timora, kiss it, and enter the chamber beyond. In a few moments, you see him exit the chamber. His face different, a different cast altogether. And a few moments later, you see the original return after him. There is a struggle between the two young men in which the evil one is murdered.
Oh.
Time begins to speed up at this point. You see him come back year after year until finally he is able to subdue one of them. Bound in chains, one version of Omen pushes a contract toward the evil version. Time accelerates again. This time, the original Omen and an evil clone arrive together to subdue a second clone.
Mm-hmm.
This happens 3 more times. And the last thing that you see as the aperture is closed is the 5 clones share a look of recognition between them.
Mm-hmm.
Shadow Council, Mayor Livers, please you. We're going to be back at it, of course. Next game is at PAX East. What does it all mean? You'll find out. Anyway, it's been our great pleasure to serve you. We're going to go and activate the potty device, then we'll return for some table talk. And that'll be it. That'll be another episode of the C-Team in the books. Don't go anywhere.